that they could have a little bit luck. I look at the watch at that time. It's already 4:05. Time is really, really running out, and the people are preparing to leave the site.
Sure enough, we couldn't get anywhere near the altitude we needed. You could just see the top, and then we're in clouds. Barry calls up from the landing area and says, yeah, stop, it's too windy anyway. So even if the clouds were high enough, you couldn't jump. The winds came back up and were too strong. And really at that point, I mean, I shouldn't have been jumping anyways. I didn't get the proper training, you know? So I'm just like, okay, well, this is just kind of a sign just telling me, you know, dude, just let it go, you know? The weather just hasn't cooperated with us. We can't do it.
Okay, copy that. We'll turn around and come back down.
On an event like this, it's important to keep a clear head. What's important? There is a pressure, knowing that maybe this opportunity will never repeat itself, and walk away than going for it and trying to do and then risking everything. Sometimes it takes more courage to walk away than it takes to do something.
I felt relieved, and I was happy that he wasn't going to do it.
At least I didn't break my legs. I mean, it could be worse. You know, I could be in the hospital right now with broken legs. So, you know, I guess this is as bad as it is. You know, at least it could have been a lot worse.
If the conditions are not good and the athlete tells us, I don't feel comfortable or jumping, that's good enough for us. We'll pull the plug.
All of a sudden, Christina walks into the tent. She's like, hey, Jeb, you need to come out here and take a look at this. Walk out of the tent, and I look up, and I can see blue sky. Well, that's weird. I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah, but the winds are probably still way too strong. So I call Barry at the landing area, and I'm like, so what are the winds doing? He's like, there's no wind. Well, that's not even possible. I mean, how is that even possible? That's not even possible. I had already totally shut my brain down, like as if I'm not doing this, this is done. I had already decided it wasn't happening, and all of a sudden, like, it became a really strange, like, emotional feeling, like, shit, it looks like I have to go for this now. And at that moment, I didn't want to go for it. Like, I literally was like, I don't want to do this. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I'm just going to go get hurt right now. I don't know, I just all of a sudden got really super scared. And it was this weird thing. It's like, well, you know, everyone's kind of would be okay if I just said no. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I should just say no. And then I'm like, yeah, I didn't come here to say no. And even though I was really scared, I'm like, all right, let's go.
But we are racing against the time because we have to get on the chopper before 4:30.
My mom started crying and stuff, and I'm just like, hey, you know, don't cry. And it's not helping me, it's not helping you, it's not helping anyone. She's like, I know, I get emotional. I'm just like, I hear you, but, you know, it's not necessary. You know, this is what I came here to do, and this is what I'm doing, so.
I just really hoped that I would still have time to still know him. And it was so strong, like that feeling of just really, that's all I really want.
It was scary, there's no question. It was scary for her, it was scary for me, it was scary for everyone. It was real. That jump was about as super serious as it gets. And we all realized what that thing was. There's not a single person who was on that location who didn't see it for what exactly it was, which was super, super gnarly.
It was what, 4:29, not to build a good story, literally 4:29, 1 minute before the official cutoff time, the choppers are getting off.
If Barry at any moment said stop, that means the winds had gotten bad again. So at any moment, as that helicopter's taking off and going to altitude, at any moment I could hear the word stop and it's all done, it's canceled. But as we were getting to altitude, I'm like looking at the mountain and we're flying by, and all of a sudden I kind of start realizing no one's gonna say stop. I started realizing this is gonna happen. I'm jumping out of this helicopter and I'm gonna fly through this thing.
All the wind reports we have say is calm, like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm paying a horrible price for not pulling the plug, but the wind says it's doable.
It definitely had an impact on me mentally, for sure. And that accident in Africa, it brought a new level of fear that I was not used to. And I all of a sudden, I got this really powerful sense of just dread, like just fear, just full fear, like total gripping fear, just terror. And I was just so terrified, and I became very emotional. I have not been that scared. I just didn't want to do it. I didn't want any part of it. Like that day of just getting beaten down all day long just totally broke me.
He got the significance of what it was and what was happening to such a degree that he was capable of being honest enough to say it.
And all of a sudden I started crying. And I kind of came to a realization. I'm like, I'm gonna land in this helicopter. I'm not doing this. I haven't gotten the proper training. And I came to a realization that if I landed in the helicopter, I was done, that I was never gonna do this again. It was one of those defining moments in your life. I just was like, you know, if I land